Welcome everyone to the battle between the Triveni Continental Kings and the Alpine SG Pipers. We have Anish Giri taking on Wei Yi in this battle, and this is going to be a very exciting clash. Both of them extremely solid, both of them very difficult to beat. Wei Yi is in hot form. He's reached the candidates through the World Cup. Anish has reached the candidates through the FIDE Grand Swiss. They will play against each other in 2026 at the candidates, but right now they are in Mumbai at the Royal Opera House taking on each other at the Global Chess League. The arbiter comes in, shake of hands, and Anish opens with pawn to d4, knight f6, knight to f3, d5 and c3 played by Anish. The modern treatment of the variation c3, which looks harmless on the surface, is actually quite interesting, because now after dc you are attacking this pawn but bishop e3 defends it. Anish is going to cling on to the pawn. He's going to play something very sharp here. So knight to c6, pawn to b4 to protect this pawn on c5. And now bishop to e7, g3 played here to put the bishop on g2. Anish has played this position but with the black pieces against Nihal Sarin, and now knight g4 bd4. This has been played only once before in 2025 recently, not by strong players. This is all well known theory now. Wow, the speed at which information travels is insane. Anish now takes the pawn on c3, attacking the pawn on d5. And Wei Yi takes the pawn on b4, defending the pawn on d5. And Anish Giri gives a check. He gives a check. The knight is hanging. The knight comes back. Now let's take stock of the situation. Both sides have 6 pawns, but Anish is attacking the d5 pawn. You can't take the g4 pawn, and is it protected by the queen. So bishop takes c5 by Wei Yi, and now knight takes d5. Although the rook is opposite the queen, it's not very dangerous, as there is no good discovered check that can be given here. So bishop e6 played, and Anish plays rook to h5. He brings his rook, he defends the knight, and this is a new move. Rook c8 played by Wei Yi, which is the best move in the position. Amazing prep, and Anish goes even deeper in his prep. Bishop h3, 16 moves, and he's hardly taken any time. g6, attacking the rook. The rook is almost trapped. If you go back here, bishop takes d5, free piece, and rook g5 is a misplaced rook. He goes queen e4. He sacrifices his rook. Incredible. If you take here, I go g5 with the idea of knight f6 check. Very dangerous, but it's equal. He goes king f8, which is also a fine move. And now Anish, how does he continue? Again, quickly playing this move in 30 seconds. Queen f4. Look at Wei Yi's time. He's down to 11 minutes. Anish at 17. Queen f4. Threatening some checks here. And Wei Yi goes wrong. He gives a check. h6 would have been better. There's also king g7 playable. bd6. Many moves do okay. But queen a5 check. This one does not cut the bill. Now Anish is better. He's close to winning. If he just plays the move king to f1, and Anish is very, very carefully assessing everything, whether he should think about knight d2. Move like knight d2 won't work. So he plays king f1, an excellent move. Wei Yi now has to take the rook. Maybe he can do something else. He decides to take the rook. But there is a very strong move that white has. which is knight g5. It's an epic move. It attacks the bishop, threatens knight e6, threatens stuff on f7. And does this work is the big question. And Anish goes in. Beautiful move. Knight to g5. And here's a beautiful line. If you go rook e8 to defend this, knight f7 falls. Bishop f7, check and checkmate. Insane. So Wei Yi goes knight to d8. He defends the bishop with his knight. And now there are many good ways to play, but the best move is queen e5 attacking the rook. And if you go king g8, then knight f6 check is possible. Anish finds it. He goes queen e5. He attacks the rook. If rook g8, there is knight h7, king e8, and knight df6 followed by rook d7 checkmate. So he goes bishop takes d5. And now Anish can simply take the rook in the corner of the board. Anish is just measuring his moves carefully here to avoid blundering anything. He is at this point a lot of material down, but he first picks up the rook, check, king e7, and now it's time to take the bishop as well. Rook takes d5 is on the board. He takes it and he's winning totally here. Queen to c7 played. And now Anish picks up another pawn, threatening rook d7 check. Wei Yi goes knight to e6, blocking that diagonal of the bishop. And the queen is attacked here on h8, but you can take on e6 to attack the queen on c7. So he plays queen c6 and he's hoping for the rook to move to deliver a checkmate here, like rook c5, absolute blunder, game over. But Anish can stay calm. Finds queen e5, f takes e6, taken by Wei Yi. And now queen g7 check, king goes to e8, and he's going to play bishop takes e6, which is a good move because bishop e6, queen e6, rook e5 wins the queen. But Anish wants to be even more precise. He wants to not make, wants to not go wrong in any way. And he goes queen g8 check. Bishop comes back to f8 and now takes the pawn on e6. He goes rook c7. And there are many ways to now win, but perhaps the most flashy of them all is to go rook d8, king d8, queen f8, and then he goes queen e8, and you have, yes, he resigns there, rook d8, king d8 takes, check here, rook d7, and I can even go into this endgame, which is totally winning. So Anish Giri scores a big win here. He beats Wei Yi in great style in just 30 moves, and he actually explains to Wei Yi where he went wrong in the opening, but brilliant opening prep followed up with excellent play, truly deserving. Later, Anish, when he went out, he was greeted by the fans, and we also did a very, very nice interview with Anish. He would have been the player of the match for sure, if not for Fabi, who played an insane game to stop Ali Reza's dream run. And well, Anish did not get the MVP award, but he definitely won the hearts of many people and to his own collection he adds this beautiful game of chess.
Don't push, किसी को नहीं मिलेगा. Don't push, किसी को नहीं. Thank you.
I think this is their mic. Is this your mic?
You know, yeah, today the media of the day is chess.com India, yeah?
Why?
Because not ChessBase India, yeah?
Media of the day means?
Media, yeah, like the best broadcasting channel of the day.
Why?
Because game of the day is also not.
Sir, I'll tell you. Okay.
Oh, this is an incredible backstab, sir. Just after all these years, you know.
So, okay, the thing is, when we were deciding, I even said that Anish played an insane game. He has to get it, but unfortunately,
Let me just say some
Fabi.
words. So how it works? Look, sir, that's the thing about life, yeah? There are people that talk, and there are few moments in life where there is certain action that defines who they are. So whenever we talk, it's always, yo, this, that, you know, your friend, you, my brother, this, that. Come, Amruta, this and that. Come, you know, we are all great family, let's eat ramen together. And when there are these moments that define your career, such as this one, suddenly, there is a long story as to why what is
Okay,
going on,
please
sir?
tell us how we can make this up to you. Please.
Make this a game of the year. I don't know. No, because the problem is that Fabiano is going to win like 5 more games in this tournament, even though there are 4 games left. And for me, this might be, like I said, might have to wait 2 more seasons till it happens again.
But you played what an insane game. And like, when did you prepare it? Yesterday? Or was it like your home prep from...
I had to reveal my candidates prep for this board moment. No, of course not. Of course not. It is kind of really fascinating, the modern chess, because I played this move 3c3, which is so extremely dumb. It's actually Vladimir Kramnik's idea. Okay, now it's not fashionable to talk about Kramnik in good sense, but it was his idea. We were walking outside, preparing for Candidates 2018, and he told me, I have an idea, c3. And I'm like... And okay, he says, I said, okay, what's the point? Said, okay,
it's like playing Slav with white.
Yeah, he told me c6, we go bishop f4, bishop f5, we copy the moves, and then we go queen b3, bishop to castle. We all copy, and then I go c4. And if you go c5, then I go cd knight d5, bishop g3. And now if you go cd, I have e4 double attack. So some kind of thing that you can't copycat forever. And that was a huge idea. The Kramnik said, okay, it's ridiculous. Everything there is e6, c5, everything is a problem. But it's such a harmless move. And the remarkable part about modern chess is that from this very stupid move, which is the most harmless move ever, you can get a position that is like so sharp and attacking. So finally the position that the way I win, you think it's some kind of, I don't know, like bishop g5 knight, right? Something insane. But it came from c3. And this is really like, remarkable how it goes sometimes nowadays, the prep.
Till what point has a game been played? Because I couldn't check with the database. Rook h5, has it been played before?
No, I think Rook h5 is probably new. Actually, Rook h5 is a move you might miss in your prep if you are a bit superficial, because at that point it looks like it's all simplifying, and the computer says like 3-4 zeros, and it's all like bishop takes d5 and like bishop b4, queen a5, like it's all drawn. And there is this one line Rook h5, but I think Wei Yi is extremely well prepared.
Even Rook c8, he knew it.
Insane. but I knew that
and Bishop h3.
I knew if anyone is aware of this line, it's Wei Yi. So I predicted that he might be the guy after c3 to go all the way into this most critical forced line instead of any move that's equalizing. Like any move is fine there. You know, the a5 they play, but you can also play h6, a6, completely equal. c3 is extremely stupid. The point of c3 is you just take him out of book and you play some London, but it's completely stupid. London is already stupid, and now you play stupid London. It's like so. But I thought that of all people, he has insane memory. I know him very well, and insane trust in his calculations. So he goes for this insane lines, and he remembered Rook C8, which didn't shock me because I knew if anyone it's him. Yeah. And Bishop H3, he remembered G6. But Queen E4 and
Queen
then,
E4 was a
yeah,
nice
okay, this is like, I mean, I
But
saw yesterday.
GH5
yeah,
is equal.
So actually, yesterday, I saw this line that it's like continuous, sort of. I actually once tried it in Title Tuesday, but I mixed up immediately. So I did something else early on. I mixed up the order. So I found this line. I thought if Black doesn't know, it actually is a very nice idea. But I knew that he knows. So I was actually hoping that he will not go for this. And we will just play, you know, like C3, he'll play, I don't know, H6, and we will play the game. But he went for it. And I thought, okay, maybe he'll, but then suddenly, but I know how it goes, because I also try to remember always everything. You remember some things, but you can't remember 100%. And if you're unlucky and there's this one move comes, and especially in this time control, there's so much stress.
Yeah.
So, of course, in classical game, he would tank, and he's so strong in calculation, he will even figure out himself without the engine. But now with so much pressure, and it's not like he has 15 minutes, he actually has less. Because if you send 15 minutes, he'll be flagged. He actually has like 5 minutes.
Right.
And he's then making just the most obvious moves, hoping it will be perpetual, because that's how you always do in these lines. You just make normal moves, and you hope it's perpetual at the end. But it wasn't. It was just Queen A5 check.
Queen
GH.
A5, you already sense it's a blunder.
I didn't remember the move. Actually, during the game, I was thinking, what if Queen A5? Because I had Queen A4, I did Knight F6, right? So good. So I do this Queen F4, and I remember this H6 is zeros. But King F8 is, by the way, insane already. So I didn't, the King F8, Queen F4, I didn't check that deep because I thought, okay, this is way too far. I checked some other lines, more GH I checked and Castle.
But you played Queen F4 quickly.
Yeah, Queen F4 I still knew, and I even knew H6, but somewhere there I already stopped to announce it because, okay, this is a bit too far. But after Queen F4, I was like, okay, wait, what if Queen F5, King F1, GH, Queen H6, King E8, Knight F6, King E7, and I'm like, where's the rook, you know? Then Levy will make a video, I sacrifice the rook like an idiot, you know? So I was like, okay, what's going on? And then he goes, of course, Queen A5, which is the move I expected now. But I knew that it wasn't there, so I thought that maybe it's losing. Or maybe it's also draw, but at least I'm good. And then I saw this Knight G5 idea. And suddenly I thought, okay, this looks very good, Knight G5.
Knight G5, Rook E8.
Tell me, Knight C7 or?
Knight F7.
Knight F7?
Knight F7, Bishop
Queen
F6,
H6.
Queen H6, Knight F6, wait.
Yeah, so that was the idea. Cut. So if he goes Rook E8, I have Knight F7, Bishop F7, Queen H6, check, King G8, Knight F6. Yeah, no, I found it myself, or the board is incredible actually.
Also that Rook D7
No, but
mate
wasn't.
line.
No, but it just had.
Oh, yes.
Just had this flash of a genius. Suddenly, that if Rook E8, Knight F7, Bishop F7, it just occurred to me. Like I suddenly saw the final position. You know how it is sometimes. But sometimes it happens like this. You know, to me, like suddenly you feel, you know, Queen is misplaced, Rook is misplaced, and suddenly like you see the final position of the line. You know, like Kasparov used to. So that sometimes happens to me. So it was one of those days. So yeah, Rook E8, Knight F7 is there. That's why he went Knight D8, and now not Queen F6 but Queen E5 is important.
Oh, beautiful.
Because I have King, because Queen F6, King G8, Queen E5, King G8, I have Knight F6 check.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was.
What a game it was. It was incredible.
You of course saw like Queen E5, Rook G8, Knight H7.
No, and Knight D6, Rook D7 mate, of course. Yeah.
No, but
Rook
Ranger,
D7.
Rook D7,
Rook D7,
instead
Knight
of
F6.
Rook D7, Queen E6, just to make brilliancy, King E6, GH5,
the problem
G5,
is,
G5,
the
G5.
problem is the committee that decides the game of the day is so corrupt. It's so corrupt. Even this they wouldn't give game of the day. This is the committee. Corrupt
So the
base
thing
India.
is, I'm talking out that these are the candidates. And then in the room are other people. So they are just nodding their heads. So when I said, Fabi looks like the candidate, everyone was like, so I was like, okay, Fabi. You know, it was not just me, I
Who
spoke
are
it.
these people? Who are these people?
So it is Harshit, Sahaj, Tanya and me. Yeah.
No, but so that's the problem, you know, when you make all these jokes all the time, people, they keep smiling at you, but they hold these grudges.
Oh!
They hold these grudges. And then, you know, all the jokes I made, you know, about Tanya, all that she's loud during commentary, you know, making fun of our shit, it all comes back to bite me in the...
Karma, yeah.
Okay, I guess we are in India, so yeah, it's probably karma. Yeah.
But sir, it was an insane game. Congratulations. And I mean, I think you deserve part of the...
What do I deserve?
You know, deserve the credit,
the prize, yeah.
for,
Credit, okay.
for Alpine SG
And
Pipers
can I put the
winning.
credit, can I touch the credit? Can I put it in my pocket? Where is the credit? Is it maybe
I
like...
credit
Do you know the
some...
price?
which one is it?
It's an air tag.
For the luggage.
Yeah.
So I would never lose my luggage again.
Yes.
But now I will for the next 3 years until I win the game of the year or 3 years.
Okay, I have to find some.
If I lose my luggage, by the way, I'll send you the bill.
You can sue
You will
me.
be like the airline. Airline will say sorry, we don't refund. I'll say no, ChessBase India will refund.
Not KLM.
KLM never, but ChessBase India will have.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.